3, 2, 1.
Put everything down and crank your speakers up.
It's time for
The Realest Podcast.
Oh yeah!
We got us a new world champion!
And what is going on, guys? You're listening to the Realest Podcast, and welcome to a special edition of the show, the Hall of Fame show. What a Hall of Fame. I mean, I feel like I say at every beginning of the show, whoa, what a match, what a this, what. It was a good Hall of Fame. I really enjoyed it. There were some people that showed up today that I haven't seen in years. Kurt Angle was just amazing. From the moment I sent a text to Kyle and Andrew, who are both here, a text as soon as his music hit, and was just this gave me chills. Like, I have chills. Like I said, Andrew and Kyle are here with me. What did you guys think of tonight?
It was awesome. I mean, I'm not big into watching the Hall of Fame shows. I really kind of miss out on it a lot throughout the years, but this one was awesome. It was really great. I mean, every person that came out pretty much was great. Love to see them. A lot of the entrance music's really just the best part about it was that they took me back to just them being there and us seeing them, even their music hitting and the moments, all the moments we saw. Oh, it was an all-around great show. I loved it.
How about you, Andrew?
It was good. I enjoyed it. I definitely like Beth Phoenix's. I love Kurt Angle's. I loved all of them. I mean, Jim Cornette, he went in.
Oh my! Don't start with
the
that.
Rock and Roll Express had more sex than Bieber did on the way to the ring. I was like, good God! Tonight was not a PG
I love
night.
Jim Cornette.
No, not at all.
Jim Cornette's amazing.
Okay, I knew it was going to be wild because it's Jim Cornette, but I didn't think it was going to be that wild.
I love his beginning. We got an old man with a open mic. The audio guy out back is on Xanax or whatever Xanax. So here we go. Oh man. When DDP did his speech, I thought, man, we are in for a long night, because he went in on his.
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh good Lord.
Yeah, he was one of the longer ones.
I think he
spoke for a full hour.
I think he was the longest speech of the night.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Trying to think who all wasn't long.
Teddy Long wasn't long.
Teddy's
which
wasn't
surprised
long.
me.
Teddy's wasn't long.
Rick Rude's kids weren't long.
I don't count that one because it was his kid. That's I understand why his kids did it, but it's kind of hard to do a Hall of Fame speech when he's not there. So surprisingly, the Warrior Award, his was longer than I thought. Let me rephrase that. I thought his would actually go.
Yeah, I'm surprised they let it go on that quick, that long.
Good. It was good though. It was good. I'm not complaining. I will say without a doubt the highlight of the night was Teddy Long. Was Kurt Angle's. His was outstanding.
Oh yeah.
I'm going through. Beth Phoenix was really good too. Hers was emotional.
Yeah, very emotional. I didn't realize that her and Natalya were that close.
Neither did
before
I.
today, because I was actually wondering why Natalya was up there announcing her into Hall of Fame, and now you kind of learn that they went up together in the business.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were saying that they wanted Edge to do it, but I mean, personally, it was it kind of didn't make sense for Edge to do it, because usually it's who your icon was or who helped you get there, usually induct. So I was like, well, I mean, really, when Beth Phoenix was around, he was either with Lita or they were just, broken up. So I was kind of like, I don't know about that one, but
I gotta say though, I love the part where she was saying, and I gotta thank my husband Adam, and the crowd immediately knew it was Edge still though. I love that. Like, she was like, wait, what? Oh, you guys knew? Oh, she tried to play it off. That was great. I just, like I said, the little things about tonight's show were the best part. Even APA's like stories about Teddy Long, like that was awesome. That was so fun.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I missed the APA.
Oh, dude, when their music hit, I got so happy. I was so happy.
Man,
there's some people's entrance music when it hits, it really just can give you an awesome feeling inside, and they're one of them. They really are.
Theirs and Kurt Angle's.
Yeah, Kurt Angle's too. Even DDP's. When DDP said I was great, I love DDP. I was like doing the diamond cutter in my head. Oh man, I love DDP.
Yeah, the Rock and Roll Express were kind of like their speech kind of got me. I was just like, man, you got a dude still rocking a mullet.
Yeah, both of them. What the hell?
One's losing his hair and he's still trying to rock it. No, but
good God, man, good God! Did you hear what Cornette said about how long they've been wrestling?
Oh,
they were wrestling until like 2011. I was like, what?
I love how as soon as they came out, it's like, well, our indie promotion is going to skyrocket after today. I was like, oh, cool. That's a $500 fine from Vince McMahon.
Well, I'm pretty sure, Blake, if I'm not mistaken, weren't they at the Total Nonstop Deletion? Weren't the two of them there? See, there you go. That's why they were also wrestling for a while. I mean, that wasn't a lot of wrestling per se, but still, it's still cool, to see that how long they went for. And they have an academy and stuff like that. It's just great. Like I said, just all the little things.
I think Kurt Angle is the one that hit me because growing up it was Kurt Angle and Triple H that were like the top guys. So for me at least it was those two. And hearing the stories that he said, and then hearing for me, I know that his career's not done. I know that he still wants to wrestle, and I know he's the big rumor to be the new Raw general manager. So.
Oh please!
The way I look at it is just like it's kind of crazy to think that this possibly could be it because he doesn't know what's in store. He said if he doesn't wrestle again, that's fine, but if he does, that's awesome. So that's where it kind of got me because I won't lie. I mean, of course, being a kid, I was never a Kurt Angle fan because he's a bad guy. You can't like the bad guy. But, growing up, Kurt Angle was just awesome.
Then I guess I was the weird one, because all I like is the heels.
No.
Orton, Owens, Triple H.
No, I was always the good guy. Well, I could be lying to you. My all-time favorite wrestler is Kane, especially Mass Kane. So Kane was always seeing Kane was just like, all right, this is my favorite wrestler. I really like him. I never knew the backstory. I just knew that he had fire. He wore red. He had, a fire outfit going, and he looked awesome. So it's like, oh, that's my favorite wrestler. So I remember in first grade, we would do I would be in a math class and we would play a game, and it was like the first one to say whoever said the problem right moved on. And all that. It was around the world or something like that. I don't remember. But I remember being always the big red machine's here. Something like that. But yeah, that's just my little story.
Yeah, that's funny, man. I still remember, I'm pretty sure the first time I really, started getting into wrestling, which might be a little bit late to some people, was I remember getting a WrestleMania 21 DVD for, my birthday or something like that. I don't remember exactly when, but I got that. And just that entire card, I think that's what really got me into it. The matches, Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels was still to this day one of my favorite matches. It was amazing. There was Triple H and Batista, the first Money in the Bank ladder match. That's what really got me into wrestling.
Taker.
Oh man, when Orton was the legend killer, yeah, that's what got me into it, man. I love thinking because tonight really makes you think about all these wrestlers you saw, makes you think, gee, what got me to start watching wrestling? And that was mine. WrestleMania 21 DVD, I got that and I was like, oh my god, I instantly fell in love with this whole sport. with all these guys, I immediately just like needed to watch it every single week.
You know, I make myself sound old when I say this. I'm only 20. But, you know, it's crazy to think that there's wrestlers, as in Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, people like that, that are, you know, people that, you know, kids that started watching wrestling right now that were our age when we started watching wrestling, that will be our age and see these guys and be like, wow, like, and doing the same thing that we're doing right now, and like looking at Kurt Angle, like, for me, it's just like, whoa. You know, it's crazy to think that Kurt Angle is in the Hall of Fame, especially with everything that's happened. It's also crazy to think that we may never see Kurt Angle in a ring again, which I really hope we do. I really hope the rumors are true that he is a part, or he is the Raw GM, or going to be some sort of GM. I really do.
Oh, definitely. He would be amazing, and we could really like. We obviously need one right now. He'd be the perfect filler, and he would be the face that we were looking for too, because he would kind of replace Mick Foley really well.
I honestly think that they should go for a heel. I think that Raw should, since SmackDown is straight faces, I honestly think they should just go straight heel, because I don't think that having Stephanie conflict with every single GM is going to be good. Because I mean, we saw that with Mick Foley, and I mean, some of it was kind of cringeworthy. So, in my eyes, I think they need to stick to it being a heel for her, because she works best when she's around other heels. In my eyes.
Yeah, you're right. No, that's definitely true.
But yeah, I mean, the Hall of Fame, great. I love the APA story. Well, Teddy Long's the only person that didn't take a drink for a few weeks and still failed the sobriety test.
He is the cheapest SOB ever. I love that. Oh, man. There was one moment in there with Kurt Angle talking about the people that kind of like helped him be better. When he mentioned the Hardys, did you guys hear the crowd?
Mm-hmm. Delete.
Instantly said, delete, delete, delete. Oh, man.
Well,
it's like, oh, people know.
We can also, you know, get into that. The Hard, you know, I saw that Jeff Hardy said that they are planning on working with Ring of Honor throughout the summer. So there is a rumor, or it's rumored that they're going to be working with them with the summer, but there's also a rumor out that the WWE's offered the contract. And I know the Wrestling Observer said it's not of the matter if they will be in WWE, but what brand. So I'm kind of like, well, I mean, what's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, personally, I don't know, because I don't know if bringing them in right now is the smartest idea, especially with the legal trouble, or not trouble, but the legal issues they're having.
Right, we're trying to hold on to their gimmick.
Right. I also want to say that, you know, I've seen pictures of people taking pictures with Jim Ross, and I don't think he should be there. Some of the pictures that he's taken is just like, whoa. Like, he still looks really traumatized by what's happened. Because it's only just, less than a week, if not just over a week?
Yeah, sometime around there.
Kev, go back to playing Xbox. I don't know why you're up in this chat. Bring who in? Go back to playing Xbox.
Hey man, you know what? Where is Wad? Because I want to talk about when they cut to Roman Reigns a few times, how the crowd instantly booed. Instantly. Even like during the Rock and Roll Express. He was on screen for like a few seconds and they went loud. Oh, man.
They thought they were getting booed. They turned around. Like,
yeah, the Rock and Roll, they were like, wait, what did we do wrong? And it's like, no, guys, it's okay. Everybody just hates Roman. You're fine. Don't worry.
So I do want to warn everybody, because there is a severe thunderstorm warning in my area. So if there is no show tomorrow or Sunday for WrestleMania, it is because either my power went out or a tornado has struck my house.
Well then.
Like, I live in an area where tornadoes aren't a thing, and apparently this storm is awful. Like, they are saying that it's one of the, like, they never seen this type of storm in the area I live in ever, and they're saying it's very strong. So I'm just giving everyone a fair warning. The show is like, I'm not trying to dodge. I plan on doing the show, but if for some reason it's not happening, that is why. So knock on wood that it doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. Hopefully everything goes alright because this WrestleMania, it's looking pretty good. There's a lot of potential surprises that we could see.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely excited.
Yeah, there are.
Plus TakeOver tomorrow. Plus that.
Yes,
Takeover's
takeover.
I know
I've
Chris
seen
in the chat. He's gonna miss it.
Yeah, I've seen even
Bobby
ESPN. I've
Roode!
even seen like ESPN posting stuff about how TakeOver could potentially like outshine WrestleMania. So even they
You
think
just said
that's
the magic word. WrestleMania is gonna be better.
Oh damn it! Shut up, man. That's the potential.
Let him know.
I don't
Andrew,
know,
you
man.
said the magic word.
Yeah, you said it, man. You jinxed it.
Oh no. They're gonna end up fucking up on all their matches and everything in NXT. Oh no.
There's only, honestly and truthfully, I was talking to Andrew earlier. You know, the card doesn't like come at me as a holy shit kind of card. It's a good card, but I think there's been 10 times better cards. I think the last card was better than this card. I'm not really that interested in Sanity versus Ty Dillinger in the gang.
I am, kind of.
I mean, because we've already seen it. And that's where I'm at. Like, that's why I'm like so negative on it. It's sort of reminds me like a Raw feud. Like, it's just nonstop. That's all that's happening. And Andrade Cien, still not a big fan. I don't really know about the guy who's going to be debuting. Hopefully it goes well. We'll see. So, but I honestly and truthfully, match of the night, 100% tag team match. I mean, even though we're not predicting it, that's my match of the night. I think that will tear the house down.
Well, your point about how you don't know who the new guy is, I've been, like, a lot of time when they talk about, like, a new talent coming or something like that, I try to think because, I mean, I do try to watch a lot of the indies, and there's been rumors about a lot of guys coming over to WWE, like, even, like, Dijak, like, I don't know if you know who Dijak is, Blake, he's in Ring of Honor, he's a free agent right now. There's a lot of potential talent, like, who's going to be moving over, so I've been seeing when we see the clips of this guy, I've been trying to pinpoint who it is. I can't figure it out yet. I'm excited for him to see who it is, because, I mean, it could be a big talent. When Roderick Strong came, I was really excited for him, but there's a lot of potential for who it could be. I don't know if this ticket will be better than WrestleMania. I don't know. There's a lot of, like, great matches that could happen if they do it right, if they book it right, if the wrestling goes right, because, I don't know. Like, I want to see Bobby Roode and Shinsuke really tear down the house. I want to see the tag team match tear down the house. That I want to see it, like, be one of the greatest matches of all time. They can do that. They can. Authors of Pain, I'm kind of iffy about them, but DIY and the Revival, we've already seen what they can do.
I know that... crap, I lost it. Oh, Adam Cole did the Stone Cold podcast a few weeks ago, if not a week ago. And Adam
What?
Cole... Stone Cold said, look, where are you going to go? Because his contract is coming up soon. And he asked, he's like, where are you, I'm going to ask you the question, where are you going to go? You're going to go to WWE? You're going to go to Impact? And he said, well, Steve, I'd be lying to you, and every single other wrestler would be lying to you if they didn't think I would really want a WrestleMania moment. So that kind of answered the question that if he does leave Ring of Honor, that's where he's going to go.
I mean, if he's got the opportunity, he should definitely
easily take
it.
over for Bobby Roode. He would easily take over for Roode.
He could do that, dude. They would throw him in NXT, and it would be like second nature for him. He wouldn't have a problem. He'd be good to go. He just needs that opportunity kind of thing.
Plus, he isn't that old. Like, Roode,
yeah, no, exactly. He's got a good way to go.
Like 38 to 39. Nakamura's 36. So he's not an old talent. So it makes sense.
Well, do you think they would bring in Cole as a face then? Is that what you're saying? Because you're saying for him to take over for Roode, would he come in as a face?
If he comes in while Bobby Roode is champion, yeah, he would have to. You could face turn him. I mean, you can give him a heel turn for like if Ty Dillinger is still there. But it would only make sense for it. You never heel versus heel really never works out.
No, of course not.
So, or he could come in kind of like in the middle, like a Brock Lesnar. But I don't think he's big enough or good enough to be like Brock Lesnar.
Well, I was just thinking because if he came in, like, say, soon, if he came in soon, I don't know who else, like, he would face if Bobby Roode is, like, who else could be the champion besides Bobby Roode? Because, I mean, TakeOver, if he ends up beating Shinsuke Nakamura, Like who? I don't even know who would be next in the totem pole to really go up after him.
I'm about
I don't know.
75% sure that Shinsuke is going to beat or Shinsuke is going to lose. The only problem is there is that slight chance that Bobby Roode loses, and you could see Roode get called up.
Really? You think Shinsuke's kind of been like overdue to go up? You think that he could be beat by
Well,
Roode?
you're absolutely right. He's overdue, but imagine Shinsuke in a 15-minute promo. Like he doesn't. His English isn't great. He speaks English, but his English isn't great, and he says very few words for what he does say.
True, but I mean the kind of guy that he is and the way he wrestles, I don't think that would be too much of an issue. But the issue is that it's with the young crowd. If it was like all old crowd, if it was like all like smart crowd like us, we'd be completely fine with it. He could say a few words and really like it hit you. That's why like the NXT crowd is perfect. Because it's the older and the smart crowd where it's like he doesn't have to say much and it'd be perfectly fine. He tells a story with the way he wrestles. But the problem with the young crowd is that like with all the kids, that I don't know how they'll react with a guy who can't speak English all that well and is more about wrestling than promo.
I remember when Finn debuted. He didn't get that big of a pop.
Yeah, because it's not the smart crowd. I mean, the smart crowd loves him. They kill to see him.
You're absolutely
but now
right,
we have all the young crowd.
But I mean, in reality, when you get to that main roster, you're starting over.
That's very true. Yeah.
You're starting over from scratch. So, I think Shinsuke could easily get over, but I mean, what do you do with him? I mean, obviously, you're not going to have Paul Heyman be his, do his promos for him. It'd be interesting. I mean, it's just, something up for debate. But I don't know. The more, and I've said this on multiple shows, and Andrew could back me up. Speaking of, Andrew, where you at, man? Usually
I'm here. I'm just listening, man. I'm just listening.
He's been just taking it in.
Just being a viewer?
Yeah.
Being a viewer today?
I'm taking it in, man.
Oh, yeah, speaking of that, dude, did you see when DDP, like, called out Jericho? The crowd went nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was funny. Oh, man.
Andrew can back me up on this. I've said this, I think, on multiple shows, and, I've been one to say that I haven't been that excited for Mania, and that Mania could really be disappointing, but I really do think that WrestleMania is going to be good. The only thing that I can say I could predict down to the point and can honestly say that I'm not excited for is the Universal Championship. But at the same time, it's kind of like I am excited because it's Lesnar versus Goldberg.
Right.
This could be the last time we ever see this. This probably is the last time we'll ever see this. So,
I don't know if we'll see it more.
So we are going to kind of throw in keeping it real in this. So what do you guys think of WrestleMania this year? Andrew, since you're being so quiet, I'm going to have to say you first.
I think it could be a really good show. I mean, it really needs to stick out and impress everyone. It has to be nonstop total action. It has to be surprising. It has to be everything that we want it to be. Because if it's not, TakeOver's going to run it over.
Yeah.
And that's just the sad truth of it.
Yeah. Like I said, I think it'll be a good show. I don't think any of the title matches will be, match of the night at all. I know that people are trying to like speculate that, the Raw Tag Team Championship is, a ladder match. Where did the Hardys, make a name for themselves at?
Ladder match.
So people are trying to speculate that the Hardys are going to show up for that match. Which, that would be awesome, but, I mean, like I said, I don't see them having the match that they're going to have tomorrow with the Young Bucks and then turning around and having a big match, a ladder match, especially with the Club, Enzo and Cass, and Sheamus and Cesaro. I do think that Enzo and Cass are going to walk out tomorrow as champions because, in reality, they're due a moment. They really are. They haven't had that title moment. The only moment that those two have is debuting and doing KFC commercials.
You can't forget about that one.
The Judge of Gold, baby.
But yeah, Blake, that's absolutely true. The guys they're up against, I mean, Sheamus and Cesaro already had their moment. Gallows and Anderson, I mean, they just got the title, so it would be weird for them to kind of lose it now. But you're absolutely right. They've been on the roster for a good amount of time and still have yet to really get anything going for themselves. So I mean, this is really like their perfect moment to get something going for them. If they don't get it here, I don't know when they'll ever get it, because this is the perfect time to do it.
Does any of the matches on the card for you, Andrew, look just like you're excited for?
Me, before Seth Rollins' injury, it was Seth Rollins and Triple H 100%. Now, so much, I'm kind of thinking, it's probably going to be a little bit lackluster. And I think it's just because they're going to be very cautious with Seth.
Right.
So I mean, I'm still excited to see it. I'm excited to see a lot of the matches going on. Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens.
You know what's funny? And
Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt.
I'm sorry to interrupt you here, and of course I'm going to let you continue. I honestly and truthfully keep forgetting that Owens and Jericho are wrestling. I keep forgetting that. All right, continue. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, it's just when you take a look at all that stuff, like Orton and Bray Wyatt. I mean, that stuff's going to be really good. So I mean, yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I guess it sucks that for us it seems like, it's easy to forget that Owens and Jericho are together or in a match.
But I mean, the build-up for that match has been outstanding. Like I will say that it's just like Styles and McMahon or Shane and AJ have really done really well. Cena and Miz, that feud has been really good. And by the way, speaking of that feud, you do know, or did you guys know that Nikki Bella has come out and said that she not re-injured her neck, but she does have a neck injury. She sprained her neck.
No.
She sprained her neck.
Yeah, I was wondering about that, like what they're gonna do. She probably won't take any bumps at all.
I do think that I wouldn't say she's gonna retire, but I do see after WrestleMania her taking time off. And to the rumors of everybody saying that or speculating that John Cena is going to propose to Nikki Bella, Brie has come out and said that she won't be at WrestleMania, and she basically said that well, if anybody knows the Bella twins, they're really close. Obviously, they're twins. They're really close though. So I don't see, especially with that type, with the stage out like that, and it being a WrestleMania, I don't see him proposing without her being there.
Right.
We could.
No, I honestly hope that Miz wins. I really do. I really want them to continue that feud with Cena.
Who do you think? Like, I honestly want to see Maurice and Nikki feud.
Well, they're making it so damn obvious that John Cena and Nikki Bella are going to run over the Miz, and I honestly hope that for our sakes and the Smart fans' sake, that they pull a fast one on us and have the Miz win by dirty tactics, or have Maurice pin Nikki Bella.
You know that there's there's a saying out there that the Cenas or Cena and Miz don't like each other in IRL, that they actually have beef together. All of them do. I know that Maurice has beef with the Bellas, but I didn't know that Miz and Cena would have beef, if there is beef, which could answer for each promo being as good as they are.
Yeah, I guess so when you think about it. I don't know, it's like there are certain people that Cena doesn't like, and it's going to happen in the business. You're not going to like everybody.
And
so I mean,
jobbers.
Well, yeah, I mean for the most part, but I mean like guys like the Miz, like before he established himself as like an actual wrestler, I mean he came in as a reality star. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean for him, I mean it might not have been something that Cena would have appreciated in the sense of well, he kind of went through the indies and through FCW, whatever it was called, and he kind of made his way up the traditional way, where the Miz kind of took the back door, in a sense.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, it could be some bad blood there, if anything.
Well, if there is, it really does answer the promo, because I honestly feel like the promos feel very real. They really
Oh
do.
yeah.
So that could
That's
answer
what
for
makes it so great, and that's why I'm looking forward to it this weekend. Honestly,
Me too.
I just hope that they don't disappoint me. I really hope that it's not going to be like a Cena Nikki blowout. I really do.
Yeah, the only thing I do get tired of is the whole Cena and Bella like constantly like kissing and doing all that stuff in the middle of the ring. It's kind of like, all right,
Yeah.
this is like my like this is where I'll draw the line here. That needs to stop.
Yeah, like that's. I thought I was the only one, but I was like, oh man, at least with the Miz, like it's like every so often, and it's not like 4 or 5 times just to set one time that night, you know?
Yeah, and here's what's funny: they do it to piss people off. Cena and them were trying to get like kind of a ooh, oh, you know, and everybody's like, ugh.
Oh man, but you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. I'm. I am glad that the Battle Royal, if I'm not mistaken, the Battle Royal is going to be on the pre-show, right?
That's what I keep hearing. Yeah.
I've heard that too. If the Battle Royal is on the pre-show, I'm fine with that, 100%. I have never been a fan of the Battle Royal being on the main card because, I mean, they've had 4 Battle Royals, right? Or this is the 4th, and literally every single Battle Royal, other than this last one, the person that has won it means nothing. Big Show won the first one, which I think they just did
Right.
too because he in reality, the Big
Whoa,
Show
whoa, whoa.
is like the
Didn't Cesaro win the first one, then the Big Show?
no. I think Show won the first one, and did he?
No,
What is it?
Cesaro won the first one.
He did. Okay, well then Cesaro
Yeah,
won the
then
first
Show,
one, and
then
I
Corbin.
mean, where is Cesaro is a tag team who deserves to be in the main title, in the main event, in my opinion.
I don't know, man. I disagree. I gotta disagree with you. I do think that the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winning that does kind of put you like a little bit kind of on the map because Cesaro, him winning that really made him like more recognized as the great wrestler that we know he is today. That's a big thing for me. And also, like for example, Baron Corbin winning it, like Big Show didn't mean anything really. He's just like Andre the Giant, like
It was
he
kind of
looks
a
like him, so
respect,
he won.
because in
Whatever.
reality, he's been like the closest thing to Andre the Giant.
Exactly. Yeah, but Baron Corbin winning it, I think it meant a lot. I think it propelled him in the right direction to kind of get more recognized and be like kind of give him that propel from being from NXT. It was a perfect thing. He got like just thrown in there. Nobody really even noticed he was in when he walked down the ramp, and then he won it. It's like, oh shit, this guy just debuted from NXT and won it. And so that kind of like put him a little bit like that put his foot in the door. Instead of just putting his foot in the door, he kicked the door down doing that, in my opinion. So I think it does something for you personally. So that's why I'm hoping like this battle royal. It might not be that exciting, but I'm really hoping for some kind of surprise in it that we see somebody win who we didn't expect, or we see somebody debut or return and end up winning it.
Well, still, in my eyes, I don't. Other than Baron Corbin winning it, I don't think that anything has ever come from this battle royal. And I would think you would have the battle royal be kind of like that, kind of like the King of the Ring was, because whoever really won the King of the Ring got a push. So, I mean, that could just be me. Could be me being weird, but I'm not a fan of really the Andre the Battle Royal at all, or Under the Giant Battle Royal at all. So I mean, again, that's just me. So I'm still really disappointed in the fact that we're not getting the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. And here's what's sad is both pre-show matches are tag team matches. If I'm not mistaken, other than the cruiserweights, or there's a lot of SmackDown stars being in the pre-show, and I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, I think there's like 3 matches that are going to be on the pre-show.
Yeah, it's the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, the SmackDown Women's Championship, and the Cruiserweight Championship. Which, again, I think that with the Cruiserweights, I still don't think they're at the point where it deserves to be on the main card. Now, the SmackDown Women's Championship deserves to be on the main card. Every woman in that match has worked their ass off to a point where, in reality, again, I've said this multiple times. When you put the names on paper, and you don't know which brand each roster is on, and I go up to you and you know who they are and say what rosters the SmackDown roster's better, who's on the SmackDown roster, you would easily say what, Andrew?
American Alpha.
You'd probably say the SmackDown Women's roster is the better roster.
American Alpha for sure.
100% American Alpha. Kurt Angle, Team Angle.
Yeah, Team Angle.
So, point being is the Raw Women's roster should be better, and it's not. I honestly and truthfully thought that where the Raw strong point was the women's roster, SmackDown strong point would be tag teams. Tag teams for both brands have been awful, but women's roster it's been vice versa. So I am disappointed that the SmackDown Women's title match is on the pre-show. I 100% cannot believe that.
Yeah, it's a little upsetting.
Yeah, I mean, like, especially with like Alexa Bliss. Whenever I don't remember who it was. I think it was somebody. I think it was Beth Phoenix and saying all the women's names. She got the biggest pop out of all of them.
She's really worked her ass off this year. She really has.
You know what's crazy is if this brand split doesn't happen, she doesn't get that opportunity.
No, not at all. And that's the unfortunate thing.
Yeah. That, in my opinion, that's the sad part. She does not get that opportunity at all. I mean, in reality, she's probably still in NXT. Like, if you honestly think about it, she probably really is still in NXT. I don't know. I mean, is there anything else you guys want to touch on before, we kind of get into that super serious mode where it's nothing but TakeOver tomorrow and everything?
I mean, I want to know if you guys think that we're going to see any kind of surprises at WrestleMania. I'm really hoping for it, like we see a debut or we see a return or just even, hell, a Hall of Famer comes in and does some shit. I want to see something crazy and, like, different and just, like, a surprise. That's what I want to see. It's WrestleMania. Anything's supposed to be able to happen. The ultimate thrill ride, they want to call it. I don't want to see the same shit. I want to see some kind of surprise that'll make me be like, oh my god, I'm so happy that I watched this, that I subscribed to the network for only $9.99 and all that shit.
Andrew, you want to start with this?
I'm looking forward to the TakeOver. I really am. TakeOver's gonna be really, really fun. There's a lot of good matches that I'm really looking forward to with Bobby Roode and with the tag team match. So, even Ember Moon and Asuka. So really, it's just a matter of not if TakeOver's going to be good. It's when TakeOver's going to be good. Because I've never seen a TakeOver that's terrible. Knock on wood.
Well, do you? What Kyle was asking is, do you think that there will be any surprises at WrestleMania?
Probably not.
No.
No.
And
by me saying no, there should be.
Okay. I personally think that we could see Mick Foley get involved with the Triple H and Seth Rollins match. I could see that happening and him costing Triple H the match. I also we could also see Samoa Joe somehow get in there. We also could see the debut or return of Finn Balor. Kind of give him
I think that's a big one.
Some sort of, something to work on since he's been gone for so long. So that's just me, personally.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing is that the biggest deal about this, in my opinion, is that Samoa Joe is not booked for a match at WrestleMania. He's not. He is nowhere yet. We haven't seen it. He might be thrown the Battle Royal. I don't know. But if he's not, the biggest thing is that we could see him interfere in the Kevin Owens match. We could see him interfere in the Seth Rollins and Triple H match. We don't know exactly what's going to be happening. So Samoa Joe is really the big wild card in all this stuff. Even Mick Foley is. Even Finn Balor is. There's a lot of variables that we can see. So that's why, like I said, I'm really hoping for some kind of surprise, and I think we're going to see it, whether it's Finn Balor returning, whether it's Mick Foley interfering, or whether it's some other Hall of Famer, whether it's somebody from NXT debuting. I think we're going to see something.
Well, if Samoa Joe's involved, he better not be losing.
Absolutely.
That Battle Royal.
I know Samoa Joe said at the beginning of, or during the red carpet thing, that he hopes to somehow get involved or do something during WrestleMania. So there's really no telling.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance that they'll put him in the battle royal and have him win it. I think that's a very strong chance, but I don't really know.
I don't think they should do that because he's already getting in. He's already kind of over. He's already been pushed. Give it to somebody that doesn't need to be pushed but deserves it. To me, having Samoa Joe win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal kind of sets himself apart from this faction that's supposed to happen, and kind of sets himself apart from what he's already been doing.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just trying to kind of think in my head who we could see. Well, I mean, we're gonna save it obviously for the WrestleMania pre-show, like our predictions. But I'm trying to think who we could really see and who'd be the best person to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Because, like I said, my opinion, my and your opinion can differ, Blake. But I really think that Battle Royal does kind of propel you and put you in the right direction. It does kind of put you on the map. Because, like I said, winning that kind of makes it where people recognize you, and then it automatically gives you screen time. You can bring that trophy with you, sit out there with you while you have a promo, while you have a match. That just kind of automatically gives you a good amount of screen time.
But do you know how dumb, in my eyes at least, how dumb it is to hear every single time Baron Corbin comes out?
That was annoying.
The Giant Battle Royal winner, Baron Corbin. We're having the trophy itself go out with Baron Corbin for the first month.
That was annoying. That part of it was annoying, but I think it's still, like I said, it just kind of gives you automatic screen time. It automatically gives you that spotlight.
I think having knowing that Baron won it for a little bit is good, but not the entire year.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, he's gonna after WrestleMania, he's still gonna be the 2016 Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner. It's just that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
But, I do think that is going to do it for us. Really good Hall of Fame. Again, I got absolutely nothing but chills when I heard Kurt Angle's music hit. Nothing but chills.
Yeah, and all the stuff that he redid from his days when he was a wrestler, from the little cowboy hat and the song to the milk stuff to wearing the toupee and the wrestling gear. All that was just amazing.
Absolutely. Andrew, I'm going to put you on the spot. What should the fans be excited for?
Takeover tomorrow, 100%.
You heard it here first. Be excited for Takeover, 100%. So until tomorrow night for the NXT Takeover show, peace out.